We're 6 months in, right? I think we've
Give
just
or take,
crossed
yeah.
that 6 month mark, and obviously transformation speaks for itself, my man. But obviously, with the pictures, like you can see the physical changes, but I want to kind of know a little bit more in terms of like the mental side of things as well, I suppose, because the pictures they tell one story, and you can see it before, you can see it after. But I suppose the biggest thing is I'd like to know, Sib, like from when you started, let's say 6 months ago to kind of now, what would you say are kind of the biggest changes you've seen in yourselves? Obviously physically, but more so from like a mental standpoint, habits, lifestyle.
Yeah, so there's been, look, it's night and day the difference compared to the person I was 6 months ago, like in terms of training, in terms of looking after myself, in terms of having the mindset of actually like getting up and getting shit done. It was so easy before where you'd kind of you'd fall into a routine for a week, 2 weeks, a month, maybe 2 months, and then you'd have a bad day, it turns into a bad week, it turns into a bad month, and you're starting from scratch again. All that kind of stuff like that kept happening to me. But now with the locking in the good routine and healthy lifestyle, fitness, everything like that, like it's been so different. I've been able to pick myself back up and get going again rather than starting from scratch. Like if you have a bad meal, look, it's not the end of the world. Like don't turn into a bad day. Let a bad day turn into a bad week. And yeah, just having the giddy up and go to just actually get shit done. Like, and obviously having you to drive me along. Look, I haven't been perfect along the way, but having your guidance and kind of like accountability there. That's been like the biggest changes I felt in myself. All right, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I suppose might as well touch on the fact that we started before Christmas, wasn't it? So like
Yeah.
obviously we had a Christmas period there as well. Whereas as you mentioned before, if you hit Christmas, I know we had a couple of big nights out and stuff. So like if you hit that, more chances are you're probably going to revert back to your old habits. So I suppose would you say that accountability, having those weekly check-ins, making sure that you are then showing up, even if you have a bad week, if we have a week that's like a complete write-off, you still show up, you stay accountable, and then you can just reset and keep moving forward.
Yeah, like that was definitely key as well because, like I said before, if I was going for Christmas, I'd be going hell for leather, going out every single night, eating shite, doing God knows what else. But having that kind of accountability was always kind of in the back of your mind of like, right, look, you have goals to hit. Like you need to try and focus on them. Fair enough, go out and enjoy yourself. Like there's been plenty of weeks like that, not even just Christmas, like say in around the birthday. There, what, maybe about a month ago, had basically like a rag week in college. I was away for work all week, and then I had the races at the end of it, and it was a bank holiday too. So that week was awful, I will say. But look, it's still showed up, still did the check-ins, everything like that, and that kind of gets you back in the mindset of getting back on track with your goals, with your training, everything like that as well. If you don't have that, you more than likely you're not going to get back into swing of things fairly handy. But when you have that someone to kind of answer to, it makes you show up again.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I think that's the biggest thing as well. Like people kind of sometimes like and one thing I'll give you massive credit for as well, Sid, is like you came into this with a long-term vision of it. You knew it wasn't coming in. You knew this wasn't because you started at Christmas. Most people were like, fuck it, I'll just wait. So you came in at a time that's a little bit more challenging. But would you say now you're confident in navigating through like holidays, Christmas periods, busier times? Do you feel a lot more confident in your ability to say, okay, I can get through this. It's not going to be perfect, but I know I can come out the other end and just lock straight back in.
100%, definitely, yeah. Like before, if like I'm in America here at the minute, and even before going here, I remember saying to you as well, I still want to do some sort of training, some sort of activities and stuff like that. Whereas before, I went to America 2 years ago. The last thing on my mind was setting foot in a gym or going for a run, going for a walk, or anything like that. I just wanted to come over, pig out and all the stuff, and just kind of eat all around me, all that kind of crack. But now it's been totally different. Like even I'm here about the last few days, and I've been still trying to hit protein targets as best I can. Look, I'm still eating out as well, like, but not doing the absolute dog on it like I would have previously. Same with the few weeks I was away for work and stuff like that as well. I remember checking out, I was nearly stressing out. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm going to lose my progress or
Yeah.
whatever. But I know myself, like how to kind of manage it. Like obviously, go out and enjoy yourself. You're on holidays, you're away, whatever. But just don't take the absolute biscuit with it. I found that was one of the biggest changes as well. Whereas before it would have been just like fucking on my holidays, do what I want.
Yeah, yeah,
But now I have that kind of subconscious. It's kind of in the back of your head. You're just
yeah,
kind of thinking, right, just don't overdo it. Enjoy yourself, but don't take the
yeah.
piss with it. Like,
Yeah, no, I think that's the biggest thing as well. To kind of view it as you're changing your lifestyle essentially. It's not like an on plan, off plan kind of a thing anymore. It's like you've built a system into your life that you can now navigate through these easily. As you said, enjoy yourself. I'll always tell you, I'll never tell you to be fucking bringing the whale scales or tracking this, track. I'll be, go enjoy yourself, do what you got to do, but just be smart about things. So
Yeah.
we've nailed that, which is good, bro. And I suppose what like for you, said like 6 months ago, what would you have said was that kind of moment where you were like, you know what, something actually needs to kind of change here.
Be honest with you, man. Um, I remember looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, what happened to you? Like I would have I've been going gym for a while and stuff like that as well. Like I've been going gym for a few years and it was always kind of an all right shape. Like I did a bit of a body transformation a few years ago as well. And I lost a load of weight with that. I was like very skinny. And then kind of went off it a bit, kind of just pottering around in the gym, not really, didn't really have a clear focus, didn't really have clear goals and stuff like that, just kind of going through the motions, nothing really kind of set in concrete or anything like that. I wasn't really seeing the progress. I wasn't like tracking stuff properly. I wasn't just wasn't looking after myself as best as I should. And I just remember looking at myself in the mirror one day and I was like, oh, what are you after doing to yourself again? And that's when I was thinking about getting a coach again. And then randomly you had reached out to me. And I remember that when I got that message, I was like, fuck, this is it.
Yeah.
This is a sign now, like, because I think I said it to you as well. And when you messaged me, it was like, funny enough, you actually mentioned this because I was actually thinking about getting a coach anyway. So it was kind of like right place, right time and it just kind of worked out. And then that's when I was like, right, I need to put my all into this, put all my focus and everything into this because I do need to change badly. And look, here we are now, 6 months later.
6 months later, a new man for sure, bro. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I suppose what like in terms of how would you say this transformation has affected other areas of your life? So obviously from a physical standpoint, but like, other areas of your life, like your work, relationship, friends, how would you say that's actually affected those areas of your life as well?
Yeah, so like even nailing down your actual proper structure in looking after your mind, your body, like that obviously it will filter across all other aspects of your life. So like even in terms of work and stuff like that too, like I found that I'm able to make goals as to what I want to achieve within work and then being able to make a plan to accomplish them as well. And same with relationships and th things like friends, everything like that as well. Like you know what's good for you, you know what's bad for you. Like you kind of cut out the things that aren't good for you, and you focus on things that are good for you. And it's the same with the training too. Like everyone kind of knows what to do, but having that bit of guidance there makes such a difference. And yeah, it's been night and day the difference. Like we from 6 months ago, where I was to where I am now. Yeah.
Class, man, class. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Like once you actually set yourself, like a lot of the time we know what we need to be doing in specific areas of our life, but we just don't actually do it. So I think you hit the nail on the head. It's like you set yourself a goal, we reverse engineer it, and then you actually start following through and you start achieving it. You can do that with anything. You can do that with, career goals in work. Okay, this is a target I want to hit. Okay, how am I going to do this? This is what needs to happen on a daily basis. You do that consistently and you'll achieve your goals. So it's class like that. That's kind of obviously filtered over to the other areas of your life as well. I suppose then say like like how what would you say has been the biggest change for you from start to finish?
Being able to stay consistent and actually achieving what you set out to achieve. And one of the biggest things I found as well is not even the end goal that is the priority. Like obviously it's a good starting point, but as you go through the whole kind of process and everything like that, you actually kind of fall in love with the whole journey, the whole kind of the mental changes, the physical changes, the whole lifestyle changes. That's what is the biggest key, really. Like, it's obviously you do need to have some sort of goal to work towards, but I found that it's not like once you hit that goal, it's not even, oh great, this is done. It's like you're continuing on because you've built the habits, you've changed your lifestyle, you've like they're the things that would be cemented in life now for cemented for life from here on in. So they're the biggest things, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And last thing I suppose, say, like, if you could say something to someone, or if you could say one thing to like someone that was in your position 6 months ago, and they're like sitting on the fence about actually getting a coach and committing to a goal, what would you say to that person?
Oh, do it. Don't think about it. If you're on the fence, just go for it. Because, like I said, I've been going to gym for a few years. I know what to do. I know what to eat. I know. like how many steps you need to do. And I know look, most people go to gym know that, but it's having that guidance there to kind of make tweaks here and there. Like having the accountability is probably the biggest key. Like that's what people pay a coach for, really. Like, I'm sure you have a coach as well. Like
Yeah.
you're a PT, you know exactly what to do. You know exactly how to manipulate calories, everything, all that crack. But having someone to answer to, that's what you're really paying for, really. Because if when you don't have that accountability, it's very easy to not show up. So definitely, if you're anyone's thinking about getting a coach, go for it. You'll never ever regret it. It's the best investment you'll ever make in yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more, bro. Couldn't agree more. But say 6 months, I'm going to pop the transformation up so people can see, so they can see the pictures behind the transformation. But savage man and buzzing as well. We've new goals set now. Obviously, managed the holiday as we're doing, and we have a big date to look forward to towards the back end of the year.
Of course, of course. Yeah, it sounds good.